Do you know what? I'm going to sit here today. Switch it around a little bit. In all my videos I tend to be sat in the same place in front of the workbench, but yeah, this will do. So we're back on the CX today. Tank. I'm going to spray the tank again. So I'll tell you what's happened. The tank at the moment, let me get it. So the tank at the moment is here. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. But what I want to do is add one more stripe to it, and this red bit needs another coat anyway. As you can see, sort of there. What I didn't do was let the paint dry completely before I put the masking tape on, and what happened is that the sort of the sticky bit from the masking tape interacted with the paint and all sorts, and it kind of became a bit sticky, and the only way I could get it off was by using a little bit of, well, mild stripper to kind of get it off. But by doing so I kind of took off the sheen as well, and I always knew it needed a second coat anyway. That first red coat wasn't sort of my best job ever, and I was struggling with that old paint gun and all sorts. So I'm going to strip this down today. Well, not really strip it down. I'm going to take the badges off, take this top black bit off there, mask it off again and paint it red. I'm thinking of putting another stripe on it. Should I or shouldn't I? Yeah, so I'm going to add a little sort of thin red stripe just going across that, just to finish it off in a way. That's today's job. And we're now one step further to the CX being on the road. I'm gonna keep this ending really short and sweet. It's so pongy in here. Honestly, the fumes in here are awful. I should be wearing one of these, but obviously you wouldn't hear me. I mean, you can see even though the filters have gone red here, so, and that's just with a tiny bit of paint. So I'm not gonna go on now like I usually do. The tank's done. Next week, whilst I've got all my spraying equipment and everything out, it's going to be the GS550. That's finally going to get its final coat. One thing I have to say though, if you are going to spray it yourself, then make sure that you clean your gun afterwards. That's one really valuable piece of advice. If you make sure that your gun is squeaky clean before the paint dries and before your next session, then you'll know that you're not going to get anything polluting your paint. The last thing you want is for sort of a few little speckles of the previous colour coming out in your coat and all sorts. So that's one thing I can say. This gun is proving out to be brilliant. If you haven't already and you like the content, you like this channel, then please subscribe. Give me a like down there and please post a comment. I try and reply to every single comment on here, so feel free to do so. And you can follow me on Instagram, and as well we've got merchandise, t-shirts, caps, all sorts on the website fortheboldindustries.com. That's enough from me now. This air's getting too bad. I'll see you next week.